Hey guys, and welcome back to Astromech Productions, a Star Wars and LEGO Star Wars YouTube channel. So, as we all know, LEGO has started to release their Episode 9 sets, which have been absolutely brilliant so far. So today, I'm going to be talking about the Rise of Skywalker sets that I want to see in the future. Maybe the summer wave, maybe next year, maybe in 5 years. The way this video will work is that I'll be talking about the set, what I think LEGO would do to it, I'll go over minifigures that I think that they could include with it, and then I'll reach an estimated price range for it, looking at past sets that are similar. There'll be 10 sets in total, and then I'll do some honourable mentions at the end. The first set here on my list is Kylo Ren's TIE Whisper, and I think this is a set that LEGO are absolutely going to make. We've already seen a rough kind of design from the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video game trailer, but this seems quite rudimentary and I think LEGO could do a lot better. With the red cockpit and the contrast of the light grey and black on the wings, I think this set has the potential to be even more beautiful than the 2017's Kylo Ren silencer. In terms of minifigures, I think we'll probably get Kylo Ren, Hux, a Stormtrooper, and maybe Rey, and then in terms of price, I think it will come to about £90. The second set here on my list is one that I think we all knew was going to come, and that's the Final Order Star Destroyer. And I think a lot of us here really hope that LEGO make this set. We've had a bunch of Imperial Star Destroyers, we've had the First Order Star Destroyer, and I really hope that LEGO completes the collection. A lot of people, including myself, found the last Star Destroyer playset, the First Order Star Destroyer, quite disappointing because the LEGO could have done a lot better job with that, so I really hope they go all out in this, as it has the potential to be a great set. In terms of minifigures, again I hope they splash out and go for Allegiant General Pride, 2 miscellaneous Final Order officers, 2 Final Order Star Destroyer pilots, 2 Sith Troopers, and then maybe a Sith Jet Trooper and an Astromech Droid. In terms of price, I hope it comes to about £160 to £170. The third thing here on my list is the UATT, or Urban Assault Type Transport, and that's the big walker that we see on Kijimi. I'd be really interested to see how LEGO go about making this set, as it's not really like any walker we've seen before, especially if you look at the head shape and the claw at the front. I'd be slightly concerned about how LEGO would manage that claw at the front, as it could present some huge weight problems. If you look at the photos, the UATT is actually a really large vehicle, so I'd be interested to see whether LEGO would scale it down or keep it roughly the same size that it's meant to be in relation to other vehicles. In terms of minifigures, I think a UATT pilot, a snowtrooper, and Zoe Bliss. And then for price, I think about £60. The next set that I have here is the Empress Throne, and this is something from Episode 9 that I think is going to become really iconic in the future, so I hope LEGO take advantage of this while they can. In terms of how LEGO go about doing this set, I hope it's quite similar to the Death Star Final Duel that we got back in I think 2015, I believe, with the throne as the main centerpiece and then having a few bits of scenery around. In terms of minifigures, I hope we get the Episode 9 Emperor in his revived form, 2 Sovereign Protectors or the Emperor's Guards, Ben Solo and Rey, and I hope it comes to about £70. The fifth set I have here on my list is the Resistance B-Wing. Now we've got 3 B-Wings in the past, 2 playsets and a UCS set, and in total they've all been really good, solid, well designed sets, so I have quite high expectations for if LEGO make the Resistance B-Wing. We've already got a Resistance X-Wing and a Resistance A-Wing, so I really do hope that LEGO choose to complete the fleet. The Resistance B-Wing is quite different from any B-Wing we've got before, the cockpit's very different and it's also got quite a unique colour scheme, so I'd be interested to see how LEGO go about making this. In terms of minifigures, I think a Resistance B-Wing pilot, Commander Daisy, and then some sort of Resistance mechanic, and I think it will come to about £55 to £60. The next set here on my list is the Fortitude, which is the big kind of transport ship that we see for the Resistance attack on Exegol, the one that carries the ore bags. And it's been so many years since we've had a big kind of troop transport ship. I think the last kind of proper one in most people's eyes that we got was the Republic gunship back in 2013. So it'd be really nice for LEGO to recreate a kind of big transport ship like this again. And it would be a great set because it's obviously got playability for kids and it's also really displayable, so I desperately hope that LEGO make this set. And I think it would be the kind of set that LEGO would go all out on, so it'd be kind of a big set in the summer wave, and it would be quite expensive. So continuing on from that, in terms of minifigures, again I think they need to go big and include a lot. So probably Rose, Finn, Jannah, Captain Cornuda, maybe 2 of the defective stormtroopers, and some sort of resistance troopers, and then probably 3 or 4 of the Orbaks for Finn, Jannah, and the defective stormtroopers, and then quite a big price range at coming in at about £120 to £160. This 7th set that I have here is quite a different one from what LEGO has done in the past, and this is the Ajan Kloss base. And LEGO have never historically really been into making base sets. They kind of started making them a few years back with a bit like the Hoth sets, and I really hope they get into them again. I think for the scenery we'd have kind of a couple of monitors, maybe raised station, nothing big, maybe only about, in terms of footprint, the size of Jabba's palace, but I really like LEGO to start making these kind of base sets again. In terms of minifigures, I think Leia, Beaumont, Lieutenant Connix, Maz and Rose, and for price I think about £30 to £50. This next set here on my list is Ochi's ship, or the Bestoon Legacy, and this ship plays a really big part in episode 9, so it's going to become quite iconic from the movie I think, so I really hope that LEGO decide to make a set of this, because as well as being a big part of the movie, it's also actually a really beautiful ship, and I think LEGO could do a lot of good with this. They can make it quite big at the same time. I think it could be one of those really nice displayable pieces. Minifigures, I think Poe, Finn, Chewie, Dio and BB-8. It would be nice if they included Ochi, but he's not actually in the movie, so I doubted it would happen. They might include him in a polybag somewhere, that would be really nice. And I think this would come to about £100. This penultimate set that I have here is what I call the Kijimi Droid Workshop, and this is Babu Frick's workshop on Kijimi, where he wipes 3PO's memory in order to get the translation out. And this set again isn't really like something that LEGO have done before, and I think it could be a great playset in terms of, you know, creating quite an iconic scene, and kids could have a lot of fun piecing bits of Droid from all over the workshop together. But also again for adults it'd be a really displayable set. For minifigures, I think Babu Frick, that'd be a great figure to see. Zoe Bliss, Poe and C3PO of course, and then for price I think about £40 to £55. Now the final set here on my list of top 10 episode 9 sets that I want to see is Lando's DN25 Treadable, which is the kind of thing that Lando has on Pisana that Rey, Poe, Finn, Chewie meet him in. And this again could be a really beautiful set, especially with that big kind of tread thing down on the side. I'd be certainly concerned how LEGO would structure the interior, because obviously for adults, if they want to play with it, because obviously there are adults who still want to play with LEGO sets, if they had sliding doors on the side like they did with the U-Wing from a couple of years ago, it's quite hard to get your hands inside. That's really the only way I could see them doing it, because you can't really take the tread off the top so you can open it from the top. So I would be quite interested to see how they do that. And again, this set would be really beautiful, especially with the greebling on the side. I think they can make that really nice. For minifigures, I think Lando, Cologne and Chewie, and for price I think about £50 to £60. So that just about rounds up my top 10 list of episode 9 The Rise of Skywalker sets that I want to see in the future. So now I'm going to move on to honourable mentions that just got pipped to the post, starting with the Sis Super Transport, which in my mind looks very like the First Order transport that we got back in 2015 I believe. Just that basic kind of design, but in the movie it's a slightly darker grey. And then for minifigures, probably 4 Sith Troopers and 2 Sith Jet Troopers, and I think it would come to about £85 to £90. This next set in my honourable mentions list is a battle pack, and this is what I call the Sith Eternal Battle Pack. So just a mixture of Sith Eternal minifigures, there may be speed of some sort, or a bit of scenery, or a command base or something. The minifigures I've chosen for this are 2 Sovereign Protectors, who are the Emperor's Guards, and then 2 Sith Eternal Followers, and then it will come to the standard battle pack price of £13. Now for the absolute final set on my list, I have the Lars Homestead, and we've never actually got a Lars Homestead build before, which I'm actually pretty surprised at. But for this, I think just recreating the ending scene, we'd have that little kind of entrance shed bit, and then we'd have Rey with her orange lightsaber and her new hilt. That'd be really cool to see, and then BB-8, and it would come to about £30 to £40. So guys, that rounds up my video of what Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker Lego sets I want to see in the future. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more awesome Star Wars content videos. If there are any sets that you think I missed out on, feel free to chuck them down in the comment section. The same with if you have any video ideas for me in the future. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you next time on Astromech Productions.